Hey coin collectors, it's DC on the Big D, and it's the 1977 Kennedy half dollar. We have the Denver one here and the Philadelphia one here with no mint mark. We don't have the San Francisco one that only comes in the proof sets. And while they did make 3.2 million proof sets, we didn't get one yet. So we will bring that out when we do get one. But let's talk a little bit about these coins. But first, let's talk about the D. Whenever you get a D from 1977, turn it up on its side and make sure that it doesn't show silver. Why do you want to do that? Because they made some mistake coins in 1977 where they used silver at the Denver Mint. There's at least a dozen of them, if not more. And you can find those, but they're actually kind of weird. It's hard to find because you don't. Generally, when you see a 1977 coin, you don't even think about it being 40% silver. We'll talk about why that is, and here's a little clip about it right here. So this is the coin that Paul Gilks wrote about in Coin World in 2021. You can see up in the left-hand corner, November 19th, and then you can see right here that this is an NX graded AU58. And then if you magnify it up, you see it's a 1977 D, 50 cents, struck on a 40% silver blank, weighing 11.56 grams. And this has happened a couple times. It happened in 1971 when they went from the 40% silver Kennedys to the clad Kennedys. And then it happened again, and that's because the bicentennial year 1976, some silver coins were made at San Francisco, and apparently the blank planchets were sent to Denver where they were used. And so there's some of them out there. You can tell by looking at the side of it, but you can also tell by weighing it, because instead of weighing 11.3 grams, it weighs almost 11.6 grams. So if you see a 77, turn it on the side just in case. But first, let's go back and just talk about the regular coins they made in 1977. So this is a Philadelphia Mint, and you can tell that because there's no mint mark here. Liberty, it says around the top, 1977. In God We Trust. And at the bottom of Kennedy's neck, there's a G and an R, and that's for Gilroy Roberts, the engraver of the front of this coin. We tip it up. You can see the 150 reeds that go around the outside. You can actually see the copper. This is a copper nickel coated copper, so the inside is fully copper. And then you get to the back and you see that famous half dollar reverse. United States of America, it says here, half dollar. In here it says E pluribus unum. There are 9 stars above this banner, 4 stars below it. The eagle's holding the banner in its beak, and it's also in its right claws it's holding an olive branch, in its left claws it's holding some arrows, and there are 50 stars that go all the way around the outside of this. In 1977 at the Philadelphia Mint, they made 43.5 million of these coins. The auction record is $5,750 from Mint State 68. The highest PCGS graded one is a Mint State 67 Plus, and that goes for around $3,100, and they found 4 of them. But if you get this down to a Mint State 65, it goes down to about $22. At the Denver Mint, where they found some of the silver coins, they made 31.5 million regular coins. The auction record for a Denver Mint coin is $9,200. Now that's from Mint State 64, from Bowers and Marina auctions. I'm not sure why that went so high, because a Mint State 68 is graded by PCGS at about $5,150, and they've only found one. And of course what you do is you find this D down here, and in the 1970s a lot of these Ds are going to be filled D coins. At the San Francisco Mint you'll find an S here. They made 3.25 million. They are all proof coins. The auction record for a proof 70 is $1,323, but currently the proof 70s go for about $65, and a proof 65 with an S on it goes for about $10. So what happened with that silver version? Well, they took Denver in 1977, got some blanks from the San Francisco Mint. And that's because in 1976, they made the bicentennial coins, and they made some silver bicentennial half dollars, 40% silver. So when the planchets came from San Francisco to Denver to make the new 1977 coins, they mistakenly made at least 12, if not more, of the ones 40% silver. So they are out there, and they are valuable. They're worth in the hundreds of dollars, and you can tell the difference between the two of them because the regular 1977 is going to weigh 11.3 grams, and the silver version of the 40% silver is going to weigh 11.56 grams. And of course, the silver version is not going to have this huge copper center in it. It may have a little bit of a tinge, but in general, it's going to just look like a silver coin. So look for them out there. There are plenty of them around. The Kennedy half is still made. Here's a 2024 version of the Kennedy half, and you can see it's just beautiful. The only way you can get this, though, is to order it through the U.S. Mint. Once in a while, you can find some in your change because the collectors will order them, take the best ones out, and just take the rest of them to the bank and get 50 cents for them. So this is a Denver Mint 2024. You can see very, very nice coloring to it. We get on the back and you see it's just a really, really fine coin. So none of these are going to be technically circulated unless somebody takes them out and circulates them. And look at this little hole in the shield. You don't see that very often, but that's kind of cool. If you ever find one of these that looks just a little bit different, keep the different ones because they're just not around that frequently. Now this coin is probably worth $1 to $2. You can buy it if you buy them in the bags, or if you buy them in the rolls. You spend between 70 cents and 90 cents each if you buy them from the mint, and so you often see them in the $2 to $3 range. So whoever bought them can make a little bit of money on them, sometimes even more than that. The Kennedy half came out initially in 1964, so this is the 61st year they put it out. And when it came out in 64, it was a 90% silver half, but only for that 1 year. And then from 65 to 70, it was 40% silver. Before that was the Franklin half, and that came out from 1948 until 1963. And that's the one with the Liberty Bell on the back. And what you always want to do with these ones is look at these lines down here at the bottom and see whether you have full bell lines. And this is pretty close. This is kind of a nice coin, and then you look at the writing and see if you can read any of it. So this is a good coin, not a great coin, but because it's 90% silver, it's still going to be worth $10 to $12 minimum because you have to factor in the silver content value. All right, well, here's back to our 1977s. If you get a D, look on the side and weigh it if you're not sure, and see if you got maybe a 40% silver one, which is worth hundreds of dollars. If you get one of the regular Ds or one of the Philadelphia coins, you can still get up into the thousands of dollars if you get it in incredibly good shape. That's all for today. For Big D Coins, please subscribe to the channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.